Hey, welcome back to the show. This is Dan. Today we're going to be talking about the Razor's Edge.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Hey, welcome back, No Comfort Zone Nation. Hope everyone is doing well out there in podcast land. I just wanted to give a huge shout out. Got another review. Totally appreciate it. It was a great review from somebody that had just gone through a little bit of training, and actually somebody's listening to the podcast now, a new subscriber. So thanks a lot for the review. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're looking to help me out, if you could actually give me a review, I'd greatly appreciate it. Give you a shout out on the podcast. Go to wherever you consume your podcasts. I know on Apple iTunes, when you go down for the first time, when you hit the 5 stars, you write a review. If you haven't written one, it'll give you a chance to do that. I would greatly appreciate it. So thanks a lot for doing that. And also, if you're looking to work together one-on-one and getting all the commercial stuff out of the way, one-on-one to go after your hopes, your dreams, your goals, and your ambitions with a plan, you're going to have that coach in the corner with you for you to achieve everything you've ever wanted in your life. Go to launchwithdan.com. When you go there, there's going to be a calendar. Put your name on the calendar so that I may call you and we can actually start going through what it is that you want in a life and how I can help you get there. All right, so on with the show, the Razor's Edge. You know, it ties into this commercial part, what I just talked about taking action, because just recently I was consuming a couple different things. I recently, from another podcast I listened to, decided to do the workbook, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. It's really old, it's dated, it's great information though, and I can't believe that, I think this came out in the early 90s, I can't believe that I've never heard it until now. And I'm studying personal growth and development for a long time. I don't know what it is, but I just never connected with Bob Proctor. Now I just can't get enough of him. In his seminar that I'm taking, it's actually an audiobook with a workbook PDF. And what it does is it basically goes through how you can attract the things in your life through, being in the right place mentally, subconsciously willing them, and then working your ass off, which is what everybody seems to forget. So he's talking about the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. And that's where the term the Razor's Edge comes from. I know there was a movie back in the day of Bill Murray in it. I never saw it, and it was written based on a book before that. Never read the book. But the premise of a Razor's Edge, the difference between success and not being successful, is as thin as a razor's edge. That's the whole analogy or the metaphor. I don't even know what that is, of whatever they use. That's how smart I am. Hey, that's what, never went to school to be an intellectual. I went to the school of hard knocks. Got a bunch of common sense and don't know how to use certain verbiage very well. But here I am today talking to you on a podcast that's blasted off to hundreds of thousands of people. So what we're doing is talking about success with as fine as a razor's edge. We're talking about success on the point of view that the margin between success and unsuccessful is as thin as a razor's edge. And according to what they're saying in the seminar, and I believe this wholly, completion. If you look up the definition of the word excellence, it basically, I think, I got to look it up again, finish to completion. So when you think about it, is the difference between successful and unsuccessful, if it's that thin, then what is the difference? And really the difference comes down to completing. Especially today. We're hearing of people on social media and influencers, and we're hearing about these massively, ridiculously large bank accounts that people are getting and how much money, hundreds of thousands of dollars in a month. And with simple little tweaks here and there and how they're doing it. And it's out there, and there are people that are really doing it, and they are really living the lifestyle. And there's a lot of posers out there. But when you think about the differences, most of the people that are genuinely successful in that space are figured out what tasks need to get done, and they're completing it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Half of the battle is getting to the starting line. What are failure people doing? What do? They don't get up on time. They get up late. They wallow. They blame. They play the role of a victim. That's what happens all too often with people that are failures. And what do really successful people do? They focus on the result of being successful. They don't focus on the method or the process as much. They focus more on the result needs to be success. And if you think about this for a moment, if you wrote out, as they described in this webinar, I'm not going to say this is genuinely mine, although I do use it in principle. Take 6 things that you can jot down that you know that are high activities that you need to do that will help you towards success. And if you actually write those down and in order, so you've got your first priority, second priority, third priority, and you have those 6 down and you don't go on to the next task until you completed the one above it, how much more successful would you be? You see, the difference between successful and unsuccessful really comes down to completion. I talk about it all the time on my blueprint. When we get on the call, it's something that I mentioned quite. We need to start living in accomplishment. You need to get to that place where you have accomplishment, because when you have accomplishment, what ends up happening to your body physiologically, you're going to get those endorphins that you need to make you feel better, so you're going to want to go after more. And if you have a goal in mind and you're working towards it and you have a plan how to get there, it's just a matter of time where you've done things consistently over a long period of time where you'll, in fact, start to gain the traction that you need to be successful. As long as you focus long enough and have the disciplines in place and a plan, that's where you go to launchwithdan.com and get the plan. I've got the blueprint of everything that you need to be successful in whatever endeavor you're doing, and try that out and see how that would work out for you. So yeah, go to launchwithdan.com, get on the calendar so that I can call you so we can start rocking and rolling, especially in 2021. The year's almost up. So what I wanted to tell you was I've decided to branch off. I'm going to get another podcast going in regards to retail automotive sales and to help people, give them tips, no tricks on how to sell more cars, make more money, and have more fun doing it. And the reason I'm doing that is because some people have reached out to me recently for training. So what I do is I incorporate the blueprint, the No Comfort Zone blueprint that I created for me personally and how I've applied it to business. And now I'm going to be sharing that in the retail segment. So we'll see how that goes. I have to figure out what the name, I've already recorded a few, but I got to figure out what the name is, what I'm going to publish and all that other stuff. But this podcast is like an escalation of mastery. When you want to get to a point in your life when you want to start accomplishing your goals and living in accomplishment, this is where you go. Anywhere from, your bank account to your relationships to your mindset to work, to how things are going in the universe, where do you find your place, all these things in order for you to develop the character and work ethic you need to be a better human being so that truly you can actually get to that spot where you can be the ideal version of yourself. And the only way that I know how to do that is to get out of your comfort zone and start living on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.